Markets remain flat in the Okanagan, at least according to BC Assessment. After double-digit increases in the mid-noughties, the market dropped in 2008, bounced back somewhat, and has remained relatively stable since. That means assessment notices are showing little difference from the previous year.
There's very little change. What we're seeing is anywhere from +5 to -5, with most communities either remaining stable at around the same value as last year or a slight reduction. I think there's 4 communities that are seeing some slight increases, and that's Kelowna, Enderby, Coldstream, and Summerland. All the rest are seeing slight drops.
At $504,000 for an average home, Lake Country has the highest prices in the Okanagan, while Greenwood at just $125,000 is the lowest. Kelowna's average home is assessed at $488,000, while West Kelowna is $475,000, Summerland $419,000, Vernon $373,000, and Penticton is $372,000.
Our assessments are based on market value as of July the 1st of every year, and it's based on what their property could conceivably have sold for last summer. So we look at sales that have occurred that are in their neighborhoods and similar to their style of home, and that forms the basis of their evaluation. We have the benefit of looking at sales prior to July the 1st and after July the 1st. So we usually look at a window anywhere between April and September to set our assessed values.
Now, just because your house hasn't gone up much doesn't mean your taxes will stay the same. Cities set their rates on their own, but if your house has gone up more than the average, it could mean an increase in property tax.
The assessment does form the base for the property taxes, but there's no direct correlation. In other words, if your assessment dropped by 5%, doesn't mean your taxes are necessarily going to drop by 5%. They use a mill rate on classification, which is residential, and that's formed the base, and it's usually so many dollars per $1,000 of assessed value.
If you don't agree with your assessment, you can challenge it. Either call BC Assessment at their 1-866 number or visit them online.
There they can look at their personal assessed value as well as their neighbors, and they can obtain information on recent sales activity in their neighborhood. If they're still dissatisfied, they have the opportunity to launch an appeal, and they have to provide that in writing to our office by midnight on January 31st, which is a Friday this year.